big layer 0 updates, token claims, announcements, useful tax information for bull market, so much more. Let's get started. So let's start with Stargate being acquired by Layer 0. On August 10th, there was a proposal from Layer 0 Foundation to acquire Stargate DAO, and it has actually passed. So now, all the volume, all the transactions, which at the moment using Stargate, which was of course the flagship product, the main project using Layer 0 technology, it has generated 55 million messages and more than 70 billion in transfer volume since launch. It is now completely one entity. This should, in theory, be very, very bullish for both tokens because now they should have faster shipping because product development will be executed much faster now that these two entities are one. They also have plans to have Stargate be more than just a bridge. They might have some extra functionalities in the future. And maybe most importantly for holders, all value accrual moves to a single asset, which is Layer 0 token. And what about Stargate token itself and people who have locked their Stargate tokens for VSTG for 1 to 4 years? Well, this is actually great news because there's going to be a 6-month period for revenue sharing from the protocol if you have had VSTG at the time of snapshot on August 10th or before. Also, if you wish to convert your Stargate to 0 tokens, layer 0, you'll be able to do so at the rate of 1 STG for 0.008634 layer 0 tokens. This will be open in this week. However, at the moment, you still don't have an official link to do this, so please stay safe and wait for the official announcement from either Stargate or Layer 0 Foundation. So you will be able to claim this revenue share on the Stargate staking page as per usual, and the revenue sharing will start from September and last until the end of February 2026. Also, all other operations using Stargate continue as normal, no interruptions to regular services, and most importantly, all revenue after end of February, after the revenue sharing program is going to finish, is going to be directed towards buyback of the layer 0 tokens from the market. Whereas now 50% will go to revenue sharing and 50% to buybacks. One final note for the Stargate token, if you wish to convert it into layer 0, you will have to bridge it to Ethereum mainnet and go from there. Also, the tokens themselves have been performing relatively suboptimally over the last 1 to 2 years. However, these bullish news should indicate some kind of change in trend, ideally. So let's see what the team has planned for the next 3, 6, 9 months. Next up, let's jump into Solana ecosystem and take a look at what might be Hyperliquid number 2 and why Fabiano believes that Backpack is still a 6-figure airdrop that is maybe underfarmed. So first of all, Backpack, of course, we've covered many times in this channel, and currently there is season 2 out of 4 seasons ongoing, and the reasons to be bullish about it are numerous. First being that they've raised 37 million and acquired FTX EU license, so they should have operations set up in Europe very, very soon, and the rest of the world as well. So if you have an ability to trade on Backpack just now, your points are not being diluted by most of the world just yet. The airdrop is not confirmed officially, but they have points programs for so many months already, and they've teased the Backpack token as well on their website. So basically, we can say that it is almost confirmed. But probably the more important reason to be bullish about Backpack is the fact that they have a really, really smooth user interface, and they will probably have an easier time onboarding most people into actual DEX trading because they have a very central exchange looking interface. So if you've ever traded on Binance or any other centralized exchanges, you will have the easiest, smoothest time transitioning to Backpack. Now, there's many ways to get points, but most importantly, you should try to keep up to date with their socials because every once in a while, they actually have some points multipliers for numerous activities. But the simplest way to get points is to simply make massive trading volume. But the best part is you also get multipliers for actually positive P&L. So if you don't suck at trading like me, maybe you're actually a good trader, you'll be able to rise through the ranks much, much faster. Another positive is that there's been many airdrops people have received simply for holding a higher Backpack rank. Of course, if you hold bronze or anything from challenger to bronze, you will be able to get some random airdrops like Eclipse or Say or many others that just came along the way. Also, their fee structure is a bit rough, but as you build up your trading volume, it decreases, and owning a MadLad, which is currently around $6,000 at the price of Sol and the floor price of the NFT itself, it's also giving you a huge fee discount. So if you're doing 5 to 10 million in monthly volume or in general, it is very worthwhile to save $500 to $600 every single month. And finally, we can speculate a little bit on the price. How much are the coins going to be worth? Well, people think that every point is going to be worth about $1. So if you're making a decent sized volumes, you should be able to secure a, not financial advisor, nothing is guaranteed, but probably 5-figure airdrop, if not 6-figure, if you're staying consistent on Backpack. And on topic of perpetuals, there is one that's been under the radar, but like looking at some numbers that don't seem to be that under the radar since they have billions in trading volume already, even though they're only in private beta. And we're talking about Lighter. So some serious whales probably know something about this, because why is there so much volume on a relatively unknown DEX? If it's not all wash trading, maybe this is one you should pay attention to. Currently, they're still in private beta. However, very soon they'll open their gates to the public. So if you can get some codes, of course, in our Discord or anywhere else for Lighter, I would highly recommend making some trades on this one as well. And as everything in life, you either pay with time or with money. If you want to save time and actually be around people who do this as a full-time career, making DeFi a living, then private community such as ours is a place to be. We also do monthly Zoom calls where you actually get to ask all the questions and have everything discussed in real time. If you wish to be a part of such a community, all you have to do is join the subscriptions tab on the first link of the description of every video and see if you're going to join for a month, a year, or anything in between. Also, we have an application to help you keep organized. This is something Santiago has been developing for years, and if you're tracking multiple airdrops, it can save you so much time. Of course, there's also the community aspect of all of this. We have a lot of fun in these, sometimes slightly on the fun side chats. So if you're into some chit chat as well, maybe connecting with fellow DeFi legends, veterans, is also a nice place to be. Finally, of course, there is an NFT collection of yield farming coup generating you about 7 to 10% in stablecoin returns every single month. If this is something that you want to do as a way to diversify your passive income streams, it is something to consider. All right, quick update from Solana ecosystem. SOLYD, the casing for Solana Seeker, so mobile version number 2, they've started shipping. If you bought yours, you will be getting it very shortly. The Solana Seeker has started shipments August 5th, so also this one should be at your doorstep very soon. As for Abstract, they have some news regarding their token. Apparently, we are still early. That is one way to describe this unfortunate situation. They said that there's not going to be an Abstract token generation event until they are one of the top 2 layer 2s. So LucaNets came out with this interesting definition of what tokenomics are going to look like. So maybe we won't have anything happening in Abstract in quite a while after all. Right, Mitosis, and they've had their checker recently. I hope you have had time to actually register all your wallets, and now you might be thinking, okay, where to park my liquidity next? 2 options that Prangel is offering in this post are Superform and Symbiotic. Both of these are solid places to park your liquidity. However, at the moment, Superform might seem like a better option considering their TG is going to be sooner, and Symbiotic has been going on for so long, and it feels like it might be a little more diluted. So also my bet is going to be with Superform for the time being. Okay, this one from a Testnet airdrop was a real surprise. A lot of people in our Discord and apparently everywhere in the community have received a really good airdrop from Sapien. If you participate in this one and you haven't followed up on what's been going on, make sure to claim your tokens as soon as possible, because even at these huge market dumps we're experiencing, Bitcoin around 110k, ETH dropping close to 4k again, this token has been doing relatively well and people are claiming 4-figure airdrops from a testnet. And another really good surprise is coming from Home Airdrop. If you've been collecting Nansen points, as we alluded to a couple months ago, you might have some very nice surprise waiting for you on app.defi.app. All you have to do is connect your Nansen accumulating wallet to their website and check if you have any allocations. And everything regarding this is going to be in the link. Of course, added to all the links of this video. Also, if you participated in HUMA Finance presale in May using Jupiter DAO allocations, there might be some extra USDC tokens waiting for you because it was oversubscribed. Also, you can trade or stake your HUMA presale tokens on their website presale.huma.finance. And of course, Meteora Season 2 is ongoing, and they have some extra USDC rewards for everyone who is going to be DLMMing, providing liquidity on HUMA USDC or HUMA Sol pairs on their official website. All right, finally, fast forwarding a couple of months, maybe half a year, you've sold everything at the peak of bull market or close to, and you're sitting on piles of crypto. How do you actually turn that into usable cash and not maybe pay more than you have to? Crypto taxes are really tricky subject, but there are many strategies you can use to maximize your gains legally, and they're all described in this specific post. The most simple way to do it is to simply own some assets, borrow against them in a very safe manner, like 30%, 40% loan to value ratio, meaning that even if your assets drop 60, 70% in value, you are still not going to be liquidated in theory. Or alternatively, you can use many different strategies, like maybe moving to a country that has no income tax from crypto, like Dubai, or Thailand is becoming very crypto friendly over the last couple of months as well. And of course, there's other ways that you need to consult your lawyer with, and these include some LLCs, offshore companies, and similar stuff. Again, no gray area. It's all legal if done properly, but you really need to know what you're doing with this one. Of course, in our private community, we have a very extensive network of contacts who have facilitated multi-million and quite large deals over the past. So if you're looking for some place to maybe network with people who understand these things, then probably our Discord is one of the places you can actually do that. And with that, we wrap up all the topics for today. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the comment section below or in our Discord. And as always, thanks for watching. Till next time, have an amazing day.